Today we're going to look at some of Black's best creatures on a budget. That's right. Most of them are actually on a budget because they're so good. Wizards prints them absolutely to hell. I'm going to start off with Gravecrawler. Coming back from hell over and over again. It's a black 2/1 zombie. It can't block, but don't worry, that's the purpose of the Gravecrawler. It's got other purposes. You may cast Gravecrawler from your graveyard as long as you control a zombie. For as long as there's a zombie on the battlefield, that thing can be sacrificed. It could be, you can attack into, you can go wide into your opponent, sacrifice the Gravecrawler. They don't care. The Gravecrawler keeps coming back. Maybe just without the legs, but it keeps coming back. Dressaru with Venerated Storm Singer. Venerated singing, huh? What tune is this card singing to us today? It's a 4-mana 3/3 Orc Cleric with Mobilize 1. So it comes in with a friend. And whenever this creature or another creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. This is basically, what is it called? It's like a Blood Artist. Isn't this just another Blood Artist? Like, I thought you just can't have enough Blood Artists in your deck. And this is a unique Blood Artist because it's literally like, it was only printed once, and that is in Tarkir Dragonstorm. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. We got, what is Islar saying? Is Frieza in MTG? Black Frieza is kind of stonk. Are you asking if this card exists in this card game? Let's take a look. No, this card does not exist apparently in this card game. I don't know what you're I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, Hexenart with Rot Cursed Rakshada. Rot Curse Rakshada. Okay, this is a 2-mana 5/5. Wow! It's like Tarmogoyf. It's got Trample. It also has Decayed. The creature can't block, and when it attacks, sacrifice at the end of combat. Ah, I see. So it's almost like a ball lightning. You get one good punch. Make it count because it's gone after that. Renew for double black and an X. Exile this card from your graveyard. Put a Decayed counter on each of X target creatures. Activate only as a sorcery. So what is this? Like this is the weirdest removal, right? Put a Decayed counter on each of X target creatures. And I assume you want to only put that on your opponent's creatures so they can block. And if they attack, then they have to sacrifice their creatures. This will go down as the strangest removal in the game. It's a slow removal too. Slow, but I don't know. You have to goad the creatures. You'll definitely kill them or whatever. We got Winner with a Dark Confidence, now like $4. You know, the show is about the best black creatures on a budget. The best black creature. Is this even best anymore? I guess at $4, it can still cut the cake. It's a 2-mana 2/1. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. You lose life equal to its mana value. There are some problems with this card. First off, you know, if you're playing Commander, you have a lot of expensive cards in your deck that's probably going to deal you a lot of damage with your Dark Confidant. But I guess you have 40 left to give. The other problem is it's a very small, crappy creature. It's a mere 2/1. It dies to a light breeze. Unlike the Gravecrawler that can come back from the graveyard, Dark Confidant will not come back from the darkness. But anyway, yeah, exactly. Best. People still believe in Dark Confidant, though. It's too bad. It's it's probably much better in casual play, but in competitive play, it used to be an absolute house. People used to say, you know, it's got to be banned at some point. It's so strong. Man, the power level of just Magic the Gathering in general has just changed so much. This card can't even beat a 1/1 cat token. Boulder with the super chat. Thank you so much for your super chat today, Boulder. Nighthawk Scavenger. I didn't hear that super chat sound effect. Did we hear that? Nighthawk Scavenger. For 3 mana, it's a 1+*3 Flying Death Touch Lifelinker, and its power is equal to 1 plus the number of card types among cards in your opponent's graveyards. So a little bit of a pseudo Tarmogoyf, more like, I don't know, an inverted Nethergoyf. Nethergoyf was sort of like this, but only counted the cards in your graveyard. And this card is just going to be counting the cards in your opponent's graveyard. Most importantly, flies. All right, so natural evasion. No music, no sound effects. Oh, you don't hear it. Okay, hold on. We need the music. Yeah, I'm a little rushed here in the morning. Okay, now you can hear stuff. You should be able to hear stuff. Okay, I'm gonna give you your sound effect again. I could hear it. You guys could not. A Nighthawk Scavenger. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, Little Deadfly with the Blood Artist. Painting the town in blood. The question is, what's your favorite art for Blood Artist? They changed Blood Artist. Speak of the Devil. 2 mana 0/1. When this creature or another creature dies, target player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. We have oh, they have another art for Blood Artist. They have another art for Blood Artist. This is such an iconic card at this point. They have another art for Blood Artist. There's a million arts for Blood Artist. Okay, Sulfum with the Massacre Worm. Is that like -2/-2 to everything? Something like that. So 6 mana, 6/5. When the creature enters, creatures your opponent's control get -2/-2 until end of turn. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, that player loses 2 life. Hopefully, the Blood Artist player. What's it like to be in like the Blood Artist versus Blood Artist mirror? And then your opponent plays Massacre Worm. So they lose 2 life for every creature that dies, but they're supposed to gain 1 life. But then you're also going to lose some life. It's going to be absolute mayhem, but I think they net lose more life than they gain, so you come out ahead with the Massacre Worm, and you get rid of their stupid Blood Artist. Next up, we got Mudasir, the Rotting Regisaur. For the people who love those dinos, can I interest you in a big dino? Yes, you can. So Massacre Worm is a classic. Okay, we have 3 mana. This is a 7/6 dino. At the beginning of your upkeep, discard a card. That's a good thing. People say that's a downside. That is a pure upside. I'm not 100% sure, but I bet Rotting Regisaur would see a little bit more play than maybe the card a 3 mana 7/6 that didn't make you discard a card at the beginning of your upkeep, because you can build around this card. All right, you can build around some sort of Delve. You can build around Madness. You can build around Threshold or Delirium. There's a lot to work with here. You can discard your Gravecrawler and then bring it back, because this is a zombie. Rotting Regisaur is a zombie. And the Gravecrawler has heard the calling. Corbinek says, Blood Artist mirror match is everyone lives to die. I suppose so. It's a good way of putting it. Surefire Selves, the Balustrade Spy. Let me drop a Pauper banger real quick. Pauper? Pauper? Pauper, this card, you may not know this. This card almost got banned in like Modern, is on the way of maybe getting banned in Legacy, and is banned in Pioneer. So this is beyond Pauper. This actually might be the most broken. This is hilarious. This card was so bad. It was complete unplayable trash until they made like the land, the double facing lands, the modal spells, where one side's a land, one side's not. And anyway, so this is incredibly powerful card in all formats, because they all turn into like Thassa's Oracle or Dread Return Winds or oops all spells, oops everything. It's like oops card, it's rubbish draft card actually becomes good. They even reprinted it a few times. Does it have an alternate art? It doesn't. They brought it out in Foundations. Why do we want to teach new players about this card? It goes in no decks except the most painful types of decks. Yeah, modal face cards. Yeah, so anyway, Balustrade Spy. It's a bit of a weird card to recommend. Like, this is technically true. It's one of Magic's best black cards, but you can't like just play the card. You can't be like, wow, this card is really strong, I'm gonna throw it into my Blood Artist deck. No, that doesn't work like that. You have to throw it into a deck with a bunch of modal face cards, and that's not so cheap. That's not cheap at all. Yeah, this thing's like 20 cents. Yeah, this part of the deck is the cheapest. It's actual win condition. The rest of the deck will cost you $1 billion. Kano with the Death Shadow. Really? Death Shadow is now down there. Yeah, Death Shadow has fallen from grace. But partially because of the reprints, but also it's just not as good as it used to be. It's a black 13/13, and it gets -X, where X is your life total. And also you're living double-edged when you put your life total down to like 1, you know what I mean? Well, they don't usually get their life total down to 1. They're going to get their life total down to 7. I think 7 is like the sweet spot, because at 7, their Death Shadow is a 6/6, so it gets out of range of Dismember and a lot of other 5 damage spells. Maybe now the sweet spot is to go get your life total down to 6, and now it's a 7/7, so someone cannot flage and then flash and blink the flage to deal 6 damage. Anyhow, we have Archangel New with the Rat King. You like Rat King, huh? In a relentless rat deck. Where we got Rat King, Vermisher. Rat King, not even a rat. Actually, is it a rat? It says Rat Avatar. Looks like more human than rat to me. It's a 2-mana 1/1. Oh, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Okay, something ooze. And they're a rat avatar now. It's got disappear at the beginning of your end step. If a permanent left the battlefield under your control this turn, create a 1/1 black rat creature token and put a +1/+1 counter on Rat King. Tap, sacrifice 3 rats, return target creature card and all other cards with the same name as that card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Go sack a lot of rats. So it's like a rat reanimator, right? Return target creature card and all other cards with the same name as that card from your... Not really. Oh, Relentless Rats. That's right. That's right. I was like, this isn't any good in Commander, but if you're playing with a card, maybe Shadowborn Apostle. Shadowborn Apostle. Anybody? Can I interest anybody in a Shadowborn Apostle deck? Maybe not. Anyway, okay. The Rat King. Next, we got Meme Brulee with the super chat. Thank you very much for your super chat, Meme Brulee. Bone Dancer. Anyone in chat also, by the way, interested in the BNR announcement today? They're gonna ban. They may ban some cards. They might unban some cards. Who knows? Bone Dancer is a 3-mana 2/2 from Weatherlight. It's on the reserve list. It's $3. What does it do though? For 0 mana. It doesn't even have an activated ability anymore. Look at the Oracle text. Whenever this creature attacks and isn't blocked, you may put the top creature card of defending player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. If you do, this creature assigns no combat damage. This card is awful. I'll tell you why. You now need to learn Graveyard Order. Do we want to be learning? Does anyone out there want to learn Graveyard Order? The rules, the priority of which cards need to be put on top of everybody's graveyard. Because this card is going to force everybody to do that. Not only that, you're going to have to force everybody else to do it. You have to keep track of how they're putting their stuff on top of their graveyard. Graveyard Order should be banned. They should just pre-ban everything that requires Graveyard Order. Mudasir says, I hope they ban like 10 sets from Standard with the oldest being banned first. So you want them to rotate Standard. Is actually what you want to do. Argentina, I actually love Graveyard Order with Bosium Strip. Yeah, it says like Islar says, if you tell me to order my graveyard at the start of the game, I'm focusing you. So basically, you're going to go all out. Bosium Strip is 3-mana artifact, pay 3, tap until end of turn. If any time the top card in your graveyard is an instant interrupt or sorcery, you may play that card as though it were in your hand. If you do so, remove the card from the game. Maybe we should have a show about like very weird cards that interact with rules that barely matter anymore. Don't take away my shallow grave. That only focuses on you though. Okay, next we've got Morbid Opportunist. Morbid Opportunist is a 3-mana 1/3 human rogue. Whenever one or more other creatures die, draw a card. But this is black. You can't have just pure card draw for nothing. There's always a catch. This ability triggers only once each turn. You know, it's not really that big of a catch. That's pretty good. When or more other creatures die, draw a card. It could be your creatures, can be your opponent's creatures. But only once a turn. That's okay. Something's going to die every single turn, and you're going to cash in. Just like you're going to cash in with so many cards at Fusion Gaming. FusionGamingOnline.com, today's sponsor. We're going to look at all those best budget black cards, but perhaps you want to get them from Lorwyn Eclipse or even the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You can get the, what is it, the Rat King? The Rat King is yours. And for a not limited time, an unlimited time, use coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases, and it supports the channel. Thank you very much. And back to our regularly scheduled programming. Christopher B with the Mind Lash Sliver. what is this? Whenever a sliver deals damage, make someone discard a card. For a black, it's a 1/1 sliver. All slivers have pay 1, sack this creature. Each player discards a card. Okay, I was half right. Whenever the card uses the word mind, it's always discard. They're gonna discard something. Something's gonna get discarded. Go straight to the bin. Okay, next we have T. Corellius, the pack rat. It's a classic one. Standard all-star back in the day. 2 mana star. Pack rat's power and toughness are each equal to the number of rats you control. And for 3 mana, discard a card, put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of your pack rat. Unlimited pack rats. It's actually the secret lair is holding its own. Oh, it's so cute. It's a Lunar New Year. It's a Lunar New Year pack rat. It's actually adorable. We got Echo Gammy with the Gray Merchant. We have Gary. Does this still see Pauper play? I can't tell. I can't remember. I haven't played enough Pauper lately. So for 5 mana, it's a 2/4. Enters the battlefield. Each opponent loses X life, where X is your devotion to black. You gain life equal to the life lost this way. I suppose, like, in the year of 2026, or ever since actually this card has been printed, you're very paranoid of the black player at the table amassing a giant board of just tons of, like, black mana on the battlefield. Because you never know at what point they're just going to tutor for a Gray Merchant and then just basically off everyone at the same time. Corbinek says, does duress work for... Yeah, sure. Oh, no, hold on. It's black creatures. It's in every mono black sideboard, though. Well, it needs to be a creature. One day we'll look at duress. Not today, though. Is this really under $5? Maybe I have not... It's like all these really good cards are under $5. Kirik. It is under $5. I bet Magic is cheap. It's very cheap to play Magic these days. So for 4 mana and 3 for Phyrexian, 2/2 lifelink. For each black and a cost, you can pay 2 life rather than pay that mana. And whenever you cast a black spell, put a +1/+1 counter on your Kirik, Son of Yawgmoth. We also have Blink Somniac. What do you got for us, Blink Somniac? Seer Conrad. The Grim. Okay, Seer Conrad is a 5 mana 5/4. Whenever another creature dies or a creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves your graveyard, Seer Conrad the Grim deals 1 damage to each opponent. And for 2 mana, each player mills a card. So with infinite mana... Oh, so I see. So, oh no. I was like, infinite... No, infinite mana will kill the board, right? Because you just make sure everybody mills. But it's your turn right now, so you don't care. Then you just pass the turn and let people just draw themselves to death. It is an infinite mana sink. Man, Seer is such a cool way for writing Sir. Oh, Seer? Seer! Seer Conrad. Maybe it's still pronounced Sir anyway. Cerise, Plague Belcher. Oh! I think this is like a giant creature with a bunch of counters on it. -1/-1 counters. 3 mana for a 5/4 with Menace. When it enters the battlefield, put 2 -1/-1 counters on target creature you control. Whenever another zombie you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. This is an actual banger. So it's basically, it's like half of... It's like Blood Artist. Except you don't gain the life. But you do have a giant 5/4 creature. That is good enough. We did Gray Merchant already. Echo Gami. Sorry about that. Well, the easy ones are done in the starts. The low-hanging fruit. John with Infernal Sovereign. Infernal. It's an Infernal Demon for 6 mana. It's also a 6/6. Oh, you see that? 6/6/6. Flying Trample. Skip your draw step. Whenever you play a land or cast a spell, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. See, this is a much better Dark Confidant by today's standards. You're going to lose 1 life. You're going to be guaranteed to lose a life, but is it like the opposite of Tameo? Or, sorry, Tatiova is what I was thinking of. Play land. Yeah, it's like the inverted Tatiova. This one flies. Tatiova does not fly, but also you play. Basically, it's landfall. Why don't they just say it's landfall? Whenever you play a land, or cast a spell, so it's not technically landfall. So as you keep playing spells, you Might reduce your life total to almost nothing. Okay, Echo Gammy gonna switch to Gonti. Oh no, which one? Probably this one. There's a Night Mist roll. I think this is the good one. 4 mana for a 2/3 Death Toucher. ETB. Look at the top 4 cards of target opponent's library. Exile one of them face down, then put the rest on the bottom of that library in a random order. You may cast that card for as long as it remains exiled, and mana of any type can be spent to cast the spell. There's no better way to play Magic than to be playing the Magic of your opponents. Even better, you can steal the $50 card that they just bought to play that night. Or even worse, they tutored for that $50 card, and then you played Gonti and you stole their card from them. Boulder with the super chat. We've got Varagot, Blood Sky Sire. Sire. Okay, we have a 3 mana 2/3 Demon Rogue, Death Touch. Boast for 2 mana. Target player searches their library for a card, then shuffles their library and puts that card on top of it. Target player searches their library for a card. Target player searches the library for a card, then shuffles their library and puts that card on top of it. Activate. So you can get somebody else to look for something. Activate this ability only if this creature attacked this turn and only once each turn. You can do it every single turn. Is this Demonic Tutor every turn? But if for 2 mana, searches the library for a card, shuffles the library, and puts that card on top of it. This thing is incredible. See, this is a new one for me. I never heard of this one. Okay, Argentina says, it's basically a creature version of Recycle or Planar Chaos Null. Huh? I don't know which one you're talking about. Sorry about that, Argentina. Mapius with Archfiend of the Dross. Archfiend of the Dross. Ah, yes, the 4 mana 6/6 flyer. ETB with 4 oil counters. Better win before the oil counters get removed, because you have to remove one each upkeep. If you have no more, you lose the game. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, its controller loses 2 life. Ideally, he'll probably... Oh, he's referring to the Infernal Sovereign. All right, thank you so much, John, for clearing that up. We've got CEHD player with Arden... Oops. What happened here? Arden the Usurper. Oh, this is a new one. I got my butt beat by this card very badly yesterday. Okay, so this is a 8 mana for a 4/4. Demons you control have Menace, Lifelink, and Haste, and Star Scourge. At the beginning of combat on your turn, exile up to 1 target creature card from a graveyard. If you exile the card this way, create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 5/5 black demon, which of course has Lifelink, Haste, and Menace. So my opponent, I was in a standard event yesterday, and my opponent played, I think it was Superior Spider-Man, and copied an Arden the Usurper from the graveyard. It wasn't even hard for them to get it. They just milled a few cards, always had that damn Arden in the graveyard. And I was just basically borderline lost after that. They exiled the Arden, they exiled another random creature, made a giant 5/5, and I had no chance. Tonic Nightmares, this guy's 100% of all Reanimator decks I found on Arena lately. Yeah. I found it in round 1. I even had a Rest in Peace. But then they destroyed my Rest in Peace. I played another Rest in Peace, but it was too late because the board was already so far gone. Arden's a banger with Cactuar. You get instant 10,000 lifelinker. What the? That's a bit jank. I guess that still works though. Just put Thorman Crypt in your main board. I mean, Thorman Crypt? Never heard of it. That's probably good. You know what I really needed? I should have put like Agatha's Soul Cauldron in my main board. Mr. DC, bringer of the last gift. So I internalized this card because I faced off against it yesterday. A lot of these cards, I'm like, yeah, that's interesting. That's probably pretty powerful. And then there's this one. It's like, yeah, that one's really powerful. It just smashed me. Bringer of the Last Gift is an 8 mana 6/6 vampire demon with flying. When Bringer of the Last Gift enters the battlefield, if you cast it, each player sacrifices all other creatures they control. No. Then each player returns all creature cards from their graveyard that weren't put there this way to the battlefield. Is this a living end? So ETB, if you cast it, each player sacks all other creatures they control. Then each player returns all creature cards from their graveyard. Yeah, that weren't put there. So it's a differently worded living end, but it's living end nonetheless. 8 mana living end. Pretty cool. Titanic Nightmare says, I countered him with my black terror deck. No, you all stay in the graveyard. All stay. No coming back. Just need a Grafdigger's Cage, that's all. Argentina with the Coffin Queen. This sounds old. Is crazy with a sack outlet. This sounds super old. It sounds Legends old. Oh, it's not Legends, it's Tempest old. 3 mana 1/1. You may choose not to untap your Coffin Queen during your untap phase, and for 3 mana, tap. Put target creature card from any graveyard into play under your control. Remove that creature from the game if Coffin Queen becomes untapped or if you lose control of Coffin Queen. I don't get it. Why is this good with the sack outlet? Because we're stealing stuff from the graveyard. Then if you sack it, then it just goes back to the graveyard, as if nothing ever happened. Well, I can see how lagged the chat is. We have another superior Spider-Man target, and it is living end on a stick. That's okay. People will catch up. We have Islarf with a donation. Thank you so much for your donation. Not the chat, only Mr. Streamer. No, well. What do you mean? I have to donate to somebody. It would be so rude. We'll offer it to Rin over here, the Abyssal Harvester. Val will certainly get another coffee, thanks to you, Islar. Or actually, I'll tell you what I buy more often when I go out. It's a sausage and egg McMuffin. And I have you all know that who's that guy who tries to live for forever? It's that billionaire or multi-millionaire. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. He was doing a review of McDonald's food, and when he got to the sausage and egg McMuffin, he didn't have almost anything to say about it. Almost nothing. And borderline said it was the healthiest thing on the menu. The sausage and egg McMuffin. Next week. Okay, we're here at Abyssal Harvester. 3 mana for 3/2. Tap, exile target creature card from a graveyard that was put there this turn. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a nightmare in addition to its other types. Then exile all other nightmare tokens you control. Abyssal Harvester is a cool card, but feels clunky a lot. The catch is that you're not allowed to reanimate old cards. You have to reanimate like freshly dead cards. The body needs to still be a little warm. Oof, got myself super chat sniped. Did you? What happened? What happened? I don't see your super chat at all, actually, Titanic Nightmare, if you have one. Okay, Abyssal Harvester. Yeah, but eggs are gross and not food fit for human consumption. What is that supposed to mean? Eggs? The very thing we've been eating for an eternity? Wasn't the CEO of McDonald's disgusted with tasting their food and referred to their burger as product? I bet the CEO of Wizards of the Coast would do the same thing. Does anyone see... How often do you see the CEO of Wizards of the Coast playing, you know, Modern or Standard or anything like that? Never. But I bet he eats McDonald's. I bet he eats McDonald's. Chris Cox definitely probably eats McDonald's or some sort of fast food. I don't know. I don't know if McDonald's is his favorite, but he eats Burger King or something. Yeah, eggs are great. I don't like egg when they're not made into something else. Boiled, fried, scrambled. Okay, well, I didn't know that about people. I guess, yeah, the texture turns some people off. Cox is the... oh, yeah. Sorry. He's CEO... Okay, he is CEO of Hasbro, and I don't think they ever replaced the CEO of Wizards of the Coast. Yeah, sorry. Chris Cox is the CEO of Hasbro. Getting ahead of myself here. Okay, we need other cards. This has become a show about eggs and the CEO of Hasbro eating their own product. Rare blue Skittle with Toshiro Umezawa. What happened here? Hold on, we're missing something. We're missing a sponsor segment. I'll tell you why that sponsor segment is so important, because we need to advertise Mana Traders if you want to play budget decks. In fact, When you're renting cards on Magic Online with Mana Traders, you have different tiers of subscriptions that you can get. If you want to play Pauper, you could go for the lower subscription, or you want to play some more budget standard or whatever Pioneer, you can use their lowest tier subscription. To play any deck, any form, or it's basically the budget versions of a lot of the decks, or any format, anytime you want, with Mana Traders. Use coupon code Nikachu_BH2 for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. Does anyone out there, how many people love Magic Online? I'm very curious to know what the split is these days between Magic Online and MTG Arena. And moving on, we've got this one. There we go. Okay, Toshiro Umezawa. This is a 3-mana 2/2 human samurai, Bushido 1. Whenever a creature an opponent controls is put into a graveyard from play, you may play target instant card in your graveyard. If that card would be put into a graveyard this turn, remove it from the game instead. That is fascinating. What is that, Snapcaster Mage? So basically, it's Snapcaster Mage under the condition that we one of our opponent's creatures die, so they have to go to the bin. You may play target instant card in your graveyard. Okay, but it's not any instant or sorcery. It's got to be an instant. Mappius is a huge Arena fan, but you can't rent cards on Arena. You craft them, and then they're crafted for forever. Until they get banned. I play neither. Paper Magic is expensive already. In some sense, digital Magic can be cheaper. Okay, Islar... Sorry. Digital Magic on Magic Online is cheaper. MTG Arena is somewhat more expensive because you're locked into the cards that you play. But still good. But the upside to Arena is you can play it for free. Completely for free. Islar, you pick Braids. There's another Braids out there. Arisen Nightmare. I'll take Braids Arisen Nightmare. Very scary. Still smiling. Believe it or not. So would she get completed or something? Look at Braids. I think she's still smiling. Okay, what does she do? She has a 3/3 Nightmare. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. If you do, each opponent may sacrifice a permanent of their choice that shares a card type with it. And then for each opponent who doesn't, that player loses 2 life and you draw a card. Pretty neat card. Very scary Braids. Very, very scary for 3 mana. That smile. Damn, that damned smile. And we have Trimatius2 says, now I can watch Nikachu while I am not at the meetings. There we go. Oh my god, you were watching the show while you're in a meeting? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to lock in one of the best black creatures on a budget there. Marcia with Ayara. The first of Lothwain. I think this card is super cool. I just don't know like how powerful it is compared to other cards. It's a triple black 2/3. When Ayara, First of Lothwain, or another black creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That ability isn't like very black to me. Like it sort of is because the opponent loses life, but how often are there cards that like ETB, creature ETB? Okay, you lose, I gain. Tap, sacrifice another black creature to draw a card. So you combine this with Blood Artist, you're in good shape. Boulder with another super chat. Doomsday Excruciator. Does it actually have anything to do with Doomsday, though? Whoa! 6 black for a 6/6 flyer. When Doomsday Excruciator enters, if it was cast, each player exiles all but the bottom 6 cards of their library face down. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. It does do a lot of stuff. So, all but the bottom 6 cards. You will not be the first person to lose the game. This plus a little bit of mill. A little bit of mill is good enough. Good enough for the victory. What's the budget? $5. It's in the title and the description. A Blackbird Hooded Blightfang. Just goes, you know, this show just goes to show that Wizards actually reprints all the good cards. So 3 mana for a 1/4 snake. Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch attacks, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals damage to a planeswalker, oh, just destroy that planeswalker. Well, sorry about that planeswalker. Sorry about that, Jace. To the graveyard you go. What is this? I have no idea what the sum of money this is. 25 something. But it's so low, you couldn't even get a super chat in. Okay, or get the words in. Shambling Ghast. Ye Ghast! Shambling Ghast is a black 1/1 zombie. When Shambling Ghast dies, choose one. Brave the Stench. Ew! Target creature an opponent controls gets -1/-1 until end of turn. It's a 1-mana Bowmasters! Search the body. Create a treasure token. Oh, so it's ramp. You know what I think a combo deck would like this card very much, more than anything. Get ramp into your turn 2. Sorry, turn 2. 3 drops on turn 2. Mappius has something to say about the Doomsday Excruciator. You will lose first with Doomsday Excruciator unless you mill your opponents out for the rest because of the upkeep trigger to draw. Oh, yes. Okay, so you do have to mill. Milling is mandatory. Thanks for clearing that up, Mappius. Does a black creature flipping into a white creature count? I will count it. Yes, you may do that, Archangel Anu. I will count that type of card. We have next Marcio with Witch of the Moors. Okay, hold on. We have Witch of the Moors. Just adding our argument to the Ayara First of Lothwain. Okay, thank you very much for the super chat. It's a 5-mana 4/4 human warlock, death touch. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, each opponent sacks a creature, and you return up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Is that just a combo? Oh no, it only happens at the beginning of your end step. It's not when it happens. Okay, so it only happens once. I mean, it's still sort of a combo. Works out. Okay, this was $5. In currency, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to assume it's $5. So we'll divide half of that to Saxus, Murderous Rider. Oh yeah, I love this card. 3-mana 2/3 lifelinker. When it dies, put on the bottom of its owner's library. But most importantly, it's got Swift End. It's a 3-mana instant adventure. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. You lose 2 life. The big squig with the Priest of Forgotten Gods. Is this card... Okay, question. Is this card actually good? Or is it like just very fun and sort of janky good? It's a 2-mana 1/2, tap sack 2 other creatures. Any number of target players each lose 2 life and sack a creature, and you add double black and draw a card. I say this because I've seen this in quite a few competitive decks in like 60-card formats, but it never quite gets there. It's usually part of the more fringe decks. But maybe it's like way better in Commander. Like infinitely better. Who's gonna pick this thing off? We got David Sampson with Hoarding Broodlord. Yeah, it's probably most nasty in Commander. The setup for the setup for Priest of Forgotten Gods might be a little too much. Okay, this is an 8-mana Hoarding Broodlord is an 8-mana 7/6 dragon, Convoke, flying. When Hoarding Broodlord enters the battlefield, search your library for a card, exile it face down, then shuffle. For as long as that card remains exiled, you may play it. Spells you cast from exile have Convoke. Oh, you know what just crossed my mind? I was always wondering, why does McDonald's offer the sausage and egg McMuffin without the egg? And it's just like this. It's like the sausage McMuffin with cheese and some bread. And then the discussion about the egg texture just made me realize that. I was like, the egg is the best part. Why would they throw that part away? Because I accidentally ordered that damn thing once, and I never made that same mistake again. I was like, I want my sausage McMuffin. Where the hell is the egg? You didn't give me an egg. No wonder it was like $1 cheaper. Old boy says Priest kind of feels bad to use removal on, so it slips through the cracks. Also, one good thing about Hoarding Broodlord, the Convoke. So, you know, unlike most of these cards today, which cost, you know, is somewhat reasonably costed. This is not reasonably costed, but in the end, it could be even cheaper than everything else. I mean, people can be allergic to eggs. Good God! I guess it's possible you can be allergic to anything. Yeah, we're back to talking about the eggs. You know, it's a bit flavorful to, you know, to switch the topics, bring the real world into Magic the Gathering. Hoarding Broodlord works for Ronald McDonald. Searching your library for a card, Exilate face down. Personally not allergic to eggs. I just don't like them. Okay, how many? One sausage, cheese, egg McMuffin sans the sausage, egg, and cheese, please. But you just want the 2 pieces of bread at the end? Okay, next up, let's get... Who has a card still? We did Murderous Rider. We didn't do Archangel News. Cecil Dark Knight. Who's Christopher B, anyhow? We have a black 2/3 Human Knight, Death Touch, with Darkness. Whenever Cecil deals damage, you lose that much life. Then if your life total is less than or equal to half your starting life total, untap Cecil and transform it! Alright, we're transforming you into the Cecil Redeemed Paladin. It's a 4/4 Human Knight, lifelink. Protect. When Cecil attacks, other attacking creatures gain indestructible until end of turn. Cecil saw the light. Was he dead here? No, he was just a Dark Knight. Like Batman. Old boy with Gix. We didn't do Gix. Yawgmoth Praetor. 3 mana for a 3/3. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, its controller may pay it 1 life. If they do, they draw a card. And for 7 mana, discard X cards. Exile the top X cards of target opponent's library. You may play lands and cast spells from among cards exiled this way without paying their mana cost. That's right. You especially want to play this against a player who said that they just bought a bunch of new cards, so you play them before they do. That will probably make them very upset. Tanya, Uncle... What? Uncle Istvan. Wait, is it Uncle Istvan? Oops, no, I don't know how to spell uncle, apparently. Uncle Istvan is a 4 mana, 1/3, prevent all damage that would be dealt to Uncle Istvan by creatures. Basically indestructible. That old man knows some things. Corbinek, Thought Picker Witch. The cornerstone of my Pauper deck. I need to get back into Pauper. Modern is just smashing me into the ground right now. I need to try another format while I wait for something to happen to Modern. Can't have... Boros Energy is just killing me. So for a black, it's a 1/1 human wizard. For 1 mana, sack a creature. Look at the top 2 cards of target opponent's library, then remove 1 of them from the game. And the nice thing about Pauper is then I can travel to Italy more often to apparently play in these Paupergeddons. How often do they have a Paupergeddon? I feel like there's a Paupergeddon like every 3 months. You would think it's like only once a year, but I feel like it's like a convention that happens on a regular basis. Why is she built like that? Well, you know, if you age 1,000,000 years, she's probably 1,000 years old. That's why. Manny Matson with the Dothy Voidwalker. No way! This is under $5. It is? Oh, it's been reprinted quite a few times. It's a double black 3/2 Dothy Rogue with Shadow. It means it's unblockable. It's basically True Name Nemesis. If a card would be put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, instead exile it with a void counter on it, and tap, sack the creature. Choose an exiled card an opponent owns with a void counter on it. You may play it this turn without paying its mana cost. Really cool. Very, very cool card. It's basically Leyline of the Void on the battlefield to some extent. Boulder with the super chat. Please enjoy another sausage McMuffin. I will. For Cerise, 9 lived familiar. Is it 9 lives? I think it's 9 lives familiar. But I bet you typed it in correctly, but you hit the D instead of the S. Happens to me all the time, especially on this show. 3 mana for a 1/1 cat. I got a sound effect, I swear. This creature enters with 8 revival counters on it if you cast it. When this creature dies, if it had a revival counter on it, return it to the battlefield with 1 fewer revival counter on it at the beginning of the next end step. So it literally exists there just to sacrifice. We're going to sacrifice this cat at least 8 times. It's okay, don't worry, you have a bunch of lives. You can afford it. Felicia with the Zoo... What is this? Lift? Wait a minute, what's going on with my music? That wasn't supposed to come up first. Lift. No, Fifth? Lefit? It's got a weird name. I don't even know if what this is. Is this an I or an L? I guess it's Zoo Ifit Osteoharmonist. It's like osteoporosis or something. 3 mana for a 2/3. Tap. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's a skeleton in addition to its other types and has no abilities. Activate only as a sorcery. Reanimator and turns into skeletons. It's an I. Okay, I can't tell. It's a little difficult sometimes. Lesthian, Shark Shredder. The Killer Clone. Shark Shredder? It is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Is this like literally Shredder and then you mutated or something? Shark Octopus Ninja. Sneak for 5 mana. First strike. Whenever Shark Shredder deals combat damage to a player, put up to 1 target creature card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It enters tapped and attacking that player. Reanimator shenanigans. Stealing our opponent's stuff. A lot of cards these days steal our opponent's things, and we use it anyway. Next, we've got... Molly Swag says, notably, Zoo Ifit gets rid of all abilities when you reanimate something. All abilities? Oh, yeah, that's true. So it's like, what is it, for like the vanilla creature deck? Don't they have a commander for creatures that have no abilities? It's a very silly commander. That's got to be like an intro to commander. It's like the default deck you pit against somebody who has like who's a new player. Here, play against my vanilla creature deck. Insane with the Butcher Ghoul. We have a 2 mana 1/1 zombie with Undying, and that's it. It's got Undying. It's got 1 extra life. Not quite 9 lives like the 9 live cat, but 1 more life than usual. Cerise of Ether with another old card, Avatar of Woe, and also is on Team Egg. Sick. No egg in the sausage and egg McMuffin. I mean, that's why it's called the sausage and egg McMuffin. In fact, I think it used to just be called the McMuffin. I guess they had to change the name to the sausage and egg McMuffin, who specifically wanted the egg. Okay, we have an 8 mana 6/5 Avatar. If there are 10 or more creature cards total in all graveyards, it costs 6 less to cast. So actually, is this good in a mill deck? Sort of. It's got Fear. It means it can only be blocked by black and artifact creatures. Tap, destroy target creature. It cannot be regenerated. Okay, Molly Swag is also on Team Egg around here. There's only one time you don't want to be an egg. That's in a tournament. Because if you say like you have a perfect egg, that means you have a score of like 0. No points at all. It's the only time you don't want to be on Team Egg. Hollow with Ashnod, Flesh Mechanist. It's a black 1/1 Human Artificer. Death Touch. Whenever Ashnod, Flesh Mechanist attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, create a tapped Power Stone token. I hate Power Stone tokens. For 5 mana, exile a creature card from your graveyard. Create a tap 3/3 colorless zombie artifact creature token. More of like an artifact sort of card than a black card. Unless you are playing eggs. Oh yeah, there's eggs in the deck. That's true. That's true as well. Voltland with Giza, the Hellraise. The Hellraise. We have 5 mana for a 4/4 Human Warlock. Ward, pay 2 or pay 2 life. Skeletons and zombies you control get +1/+1, and they have Menace. Whenever you commit a crime, means when you target something, create 2 tapped 2/2 black and blue zombie rogue creature tokens. This ability triggers only once each turn. That's incredible! That's insane. Whenever you commit a crime, create 2 tapped 2/2 blue and black zombie tokens. Isn't that like the easiest thing to enable? Targeting opponents, anything they control and or cards in their graveyard is a crime. This thing looks broken to me. This looks absolutely broken. You can target things with abilities. Oh, sorry. Okay, it only triggers once each turn. That's okay. So you can target something every single turn. Your turn, their turn, their turn, their turn, your turn. If you're in like a 5-player commander game, you could target even more things. I think this is I think this card's awesome. you criminal scum! Stop in the name of the law. We have God, Loki as guard. We already did the Rotting Regisaur. Sorry about that. It's been done. Olga, you didn't get one. Massacre Girl. Need a board wipe. You need a bad girl. Oh, it's Known Killer. Sorry, there's a second Massacre Girl. She's even more crazy than the original Massacre Girl. 4 mana for a 4/4 with Menace. Creatures you control have Wither. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, if its toughness was less than 1, then you also get to draw a card. You're really cashing in there. We have got Alex with a big super chat. Do you guys do the Sedgemoor Witch? No, I would say we have not. Sedgemoor Witch. Because that super chat is big, we'll donate half of it to somebody. Sedgemoor Witch is a 3 mana 3/2 with Menace. Ward, pay 3 life. Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with. When this creature dies, you gain 1 life. And imagine you have this in combination with your Giza Hellraiser. So you're targeting things, copying your instants and sorceries. You don't get double the tokens, but you get double the annoyance. Okay, we'll donate the second half to Mappius, Cauldron Familiar. Oh, it's this card. Black 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. Sack of food, return Cauldron Familiar from your graveyard to the battlefield. I am very bad against these decks for some reason. All these Cauldron Familiar decks, I'm just terrible. Molly Swag with Fleshbag Marauder. Is this the ETB Everyone Sacks a Creature? Favorite flavor card from my favorite set piece, Alara. Let's go to one of the original ones. There we go. The OG from Alara, and it is a flesh bag. It's got a lot of hands, unless this is the feet on the sides over here. 3 mana 3/1. When Fleshbag Marauder comes into play, each player sacrifices a creature. Sack a creature they will. Sometimes sacrificing itself. Each player includes you. Teutonic Nightmare says Modern has a ridiculous amount of food token synergy, doesn't it? Not really, actually. I think there's more food token synergy in Pioneer. I think the Cauldron Familiar deck is much more powerful in that format. There are some niche decks though that use that do have some food synergy, but it's not super powerful. Powerful versus me though. Indiana Jones with the Sorceress Queen. Sorceress Queen. 3 mana for a 1/1. Tap target creature other than Sorceress Queen is a 0/2 until end of turn. That is a fascinating ability. That's a very blue ability in my opinion. Blue is the type of color that transforms or changes the power and toughness on creatures. You know, it's sort of tricksy in that way. Gives the illusion, or like, you know, does those sort of magic tricks. This is not a very black-like ability, but it is true. This is a very, very powerful effect. Here's the original from Arabian Nights. Use us with the Unstoppable Slasher. Someone was playing that in Modern this weekend. It's a menace for 3 mana and hard to remove. Oh yeah, okay. So it's hard to remove permanently. It's very easy to remove, but you can't like get rid of it for forever. 3 mana, 2/3 Death Touch. When Unstoppable Slasher deals combat damage to a player, they lose half their life rounded up. When Unstoppable Slasher dies, if it had no counters on it, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control with 2 stun counters on it. Other than that, it's very easy to kill. Unstoppable Slasher. I remember when people were so scared of it when it first came out in Standard. Like, it's really slow. Doesn't exactly have... It does no evasion. Doesn't have trample. If you know, honestly, I actually think they should just rename it to the Stoppable Slasher, because it's very stoppable. And if you can't stop it, then you deserve to lose half your life total. I don't know. Unstoppable Slasher is a fun card to bounce. It's a fun card to bounce. It's a fun card to burn. It's a fun card to tap. It's only unstoppable in the sense that it doesn't give up. It's got very good work ethic, the Unstoppable Slasher. Listens to a motivational video every single day. Does a motivational speech, a big pep talk. Listens to its workout song at the beginning of every single day, and it's ready to take on the world. Nothing's going to bring down the Unstoppable Slasher. We got Cody with Pizza Sour from Dimension X. Oh, I thought it was going to be a Pizzasaurus. Yeah, it basically is. It's sort of like a dinosaur. So for 4 mana, we have a 2/1 food alien mutant. When this creature enters, put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature. When you do, destroy up to 1 target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of counters among permanents you control. And for 2 mana, tap, sacrifice this creature. You gain 3 life, and each opponent loses 3 life. It's Pizza the Hut! You got it right. 1 million space bucks. Oh my god, Spaceballs 2 is coming out, like, so when does Spaceballs 2 come out? Spaceballs 2 release date. I have to watch that. Spaceballs 2 is officially scheduled for release in 2027. Come on, Mel Gibson, you have to survive long enough. Do it. Sorry, not Mel Gibson. Mel Brooks. Hang in there, Mel Brooks. You can do it. Got my Mels mixed up there. Okay. Matty Matson with Grief. Yeah, it's really under $5. Well, if you get banned from enough formats. Oh my god. I hate this card. It's a 4-mana 3/2. Everyone hated this card. Menace. When Grief enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards a card. And evoke. Exile a black card from your hand. Exile a black card from your hand. It was all fun and games until people learned how to blink this card. And then it became a gigantic problem. Spaceballs t-shirts. Spaceballs the doll. Yeah, we're going to get more Spaceballs merchandise. We're going to get I need the Spaceballs the lunchbox. It probably exists, though. Yeah, I don't want I want Mel Brooks. Man, Mel Brooks was already old when Spaceballs 1 came out. I know, and now he's very, very, very old. Spaceballs 2 will get me to visit all at the cinema. I haven't been since Transformers. I haven't been for a while either. Do we have Spaceballs the Secret Lair drop? Oh my god! That's right, we need that. Maybe the only secret lair I need. Blinking Grief sounds disgusting. Well, it happened. I mean, what they did is they reanimated this card. That's what made it powerful. So they would use like Not Dead After All, and it would die, but then it would come back and it would choose a second card. So it stole all your good cards and anything to do, and basically anything that could be used to get rid of the grief. Take all your removal away. Oh, Alex, I forgot that you donated $5. That means we're gonna donate a super chat to well, who has a card here? Kano, you can have the card. Bloodghast or Barrogoyf? Let's go with Barrogoyf. Barrogoyf. Oh, we talk about your Barrogoyf. What was that? Ratty says, I so hope they name the sequel to Search for More Money as predicted in the first movie. I do too. I really hope so as well. They might not do it though. But it would be really flavorful if they did. Barrogoyf is a 3-mana, star. What the hell is the power and toughness on this thing? It's on I'm looking at the arena one. Arena one is confusing me. 3-mana star and a 1+ star. Death Touch Lifelink. When Barrogoyf's power is equal to the number of card types among cards in all graveyards, and its toughness is equal to that number +1. When Barrogoyf deals combat damage to a player, you may mill that many cards. If you do, you may put a creature card from among them into your hand. Very nice, very strong card. Christopher B. How much would you pay for a Spaceballs Secret Lair? I don't know, actually. Not a lot of merfolk in the Spaceballs universe. Christopher B. Egrix. Okay, I apparently have to be a little bit more specific. The Bile Bulwark? Is this? Do you even have the right card, Christopher B? The Bile Bulwark. Egrix. You did have it right. Oh, maybe the comma confused it. Oh, it was, yeah, whatever. 5 mana for a 4/4. This is through the Omen Paths. Okay, hold on. What's the original one? Oh, I guess you just didn't want to name the Marvel Spider-Man one. Death Touch Lifelink. When Egrix attacks until end of turn, you may look at the top card of your library anytime, and you may play cards from the top of your library. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana value rather than its mana cost. Oh, what was not $5? Something get disqualified? Oh, Barrowgoyf. Too expensive. Way too expensive. It was like a bazillion. It's like $13. Yeah, even if it was heavily played through the washer and dryer, probably wouldn't count. Firefox. Actual Turok. The Dread Cantor. Have you done this one? Nope. This is a 2 mana 2/1. This actually is a very nice card. It's a 2 mana 2/1 with a kicker of double black, protection from white. Whenever an opponent discards a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Turok Dread Cantor. When Turok enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, target opponent discards 2 cards at random. This is actually a very, very nice card, especially since a lot of removal is white these days. You know, Flage, Path to Exile, Solitude, Swords to Plowshares. It's leaning more white. It's been leaning more white ever since Solitude came out. Turok's a nasty commander since you can recast it very, very easily. Super easy. I heard this guy's hymns are a classic. They are a classic, isn't it? David Sampson says, Mel likes flavor. The History of the World Part 2 had a bunch of call back to the movie. Great. We need more Spaceballs. Okay, well, that's going to be it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. We are, okay. I guess I'm going to commit to this. We're going to have a show. We're going to have 2 shows every single day for the next 2 weeks because I have a vacation coming up in 3 weeks and I want to have some content coming out for that vacation. So, we are basically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're going to have shows at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time and also 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for the next 2 weeks. Otherwise, the schedule normally is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So for anyone that absolutely loves this show and you're willing to be here at almost any hour of the day, well, you can be there. Also, we have to thank everyone who supports the show. Oh, thank you so much, everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or use Super Chat to be part of the show, or even Super Chat so other people get to be part of the show. And of course, we do have to thank even the most are the people who are just here today. The Super Chatters plus even everybody else. Yeah, there'll be another one. Thanks everyone like Manny Matson. We have the Egg Crew like Cerise, David Sampson, Hexanort, Fat Pony. What else do we have here? Old Boy, Hexanort, Mappius, Islarf, The Big Squig, Little Deadfly, Kano, Teutonic Nightmare, Christopher B, Felicia, and many more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees, and we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.